Yeah, the No Tell Motel. Texas Believer, new sub here. Hi, y'all. Welcome. And they did rent those rooms out, but we don't know if they rented number 4 out in that way that we talk about. Yeah, it does. It needs a Bible. Where's the hot plate? It looks just like a room that somebody passes by. And that's what it is. You got the stuff out here. Nothing's put away. There's nothing on the walls.
Stephon Stern have a job at Disney with children? Or is this more like a top mom Casey Anthony thing where she tells her whole family she works at Universal and even wears the uniform, but she really just sits on the sofa and eats chips all day when they leave?
No.
Did he really have a job at Disney?
No, that room was not vacant. That was the room that they had for him that had the lock. So if he had moved out for a second Nanaska Mercedes, that was number 4 right there. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm saying something wrong. That was the room that Stearns was in with the locks, number 4. Yeah, absolutely. That wasn't ready to rent out. Stephon was in between coming back. He had just came back. So you're right about that. But yes, he had just come back, and Jen just told us right before this that he was going to come back and she was going to give him a chance. They were in between that. All right, let's keep going. I don't want to.
So there was a lot of confusion about that. So he didn't have a job at Disney at the time. He didn't have a job at the time, but there were reports that he had previously worked at Disney because there was a woman who said, "Oh, I met him. We started dating because I met him when we worked at Disney." But when we had reached out to Disney when this case first came about, Disney's like, he never worked here. So there was a lot of confusion of whether or not he worked there or not. We still don't really know. I mean, we know what the women said. We met him when we all worked at Disney.
Okay.
But Disney claims
I got a question. Allie Neal, you got to help me. You hear Shannon Butler, WFTV 9. What is with women? A guy says, oh, yeah, let's see. I'm a brain surgeon and I work at Mount Sinai. What? You don't check that out? You bring a guy into your home and let him physically sleep with your little girl night after night after night, and you don't check him out? This guy didn't work at Disney any more than I do.
Honestly, in this day and age, Nancy, it shocks me that anybody doesn't do a deep dive background check on any new person coming into their life, especially if they have children. It's just unfathomable to me that people don't go to Google and figure this stuff out. But also,
We do.
What is wrong with this?
Exactly.
Well, she enabled everything that happened in this situation to happen. She didn't check him out. He's a predator. He is an evil, evil person that just preyed on her daughter. And she just shrugged it off. I mean, you hear the way she talks and her just calmness of everything going on.
They did take her phone for evidence. They ended up with 4 phones in that house to go through and download.
And somewhere in that interview, if the detectives felt that they were stumbling or about to stumble on a crime, they should have terminated that interview, retracted and cut off the immunity at that point, gone up to the DA's office and gotten a charge against her.